there guys, it's Mr. Q, your friendly neighborhood guitarist. And so the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 event just finished and everybody is super excited. Sadly, I wasn't able to fly over to New York. However, I wanted to share my opinions with you guys. And at the same time also, let's compare it to the Note 7. Oh yes, let's compare it. You'll notice that I've got my notebook right over here. So if I do look down, please forgive me. Please forgive me because I gotta look down right now. First of all, let's talk about the differences between the Note 7 and the Note 8 because there are quite a few differences. First of all, I'd like you to note, you like what I did there? That with the Note 8, actually I didn't do that on purpose. I can't even take credit for that. It just kind of happened. It was like an unintentional pun. First of all, in regards to the Note 8, we have more RAM. In fact, we've got 2 gigs more. With the Note 7, we had 4 gigs. With the Note 8, we've got 6 gigs. Also, with the Note 8, it is thicker. Yes, it's 8.6 millimeters compared to the 7.9 of the Note 7. It does have a bigger screen. We do have a slightly higher pixel per inch ratio. It is heavier, and this was already quite heavy and solid. And I think that being a little bit heavier is actually a good thing. It'll make it feel more substantial, you know, feel more quality. We also have more memory options, except for in the US. In the US, you guys are stuck with only 64 gigabytes, but the rest of us have 128 and 256 gigs. We've also got 2 cameras now, and I'll talk about the cameras in just a second. But unusually, we have a smaller battery, which is 3,300 milliamps compared to the previous one, which I think was 3,500 milliamps. We still wanted it to be 4,000, but that's the way it goes. And I'm happy that they didn't put a battery or try to cram in a super giant battery. They've learned their lesson from last time. So let's talk about the specs. First of all, we've got a 6.3-inch screen, Quad HD Plus, Super AMOLED, and for you guys that don't know what Quad HD Plus stands for in terms of resolution, it's 1440 by 2960 pixels. Nice. Let's also talk about the cameras because we have 2 cameras. First of all, one is 12 megapixel and the second one is also 12 megapixels. The first one is telephoto, the second one is wide angle. They can record in 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames per second, and 720p at 240 frames per second. Yeah. So let me also just mention real quick, one of the really cool things about the 2 cameras is not the fact that it has a telephoto and a wide angle. LG's done it. Lots of companies have done this before, but when you do take a photo, it'll record the photos. We'll take the photos, both lenses at the same time. So let's say you took a standard telephoto photo and then you realize, wait a minute, I wanted to see that lovely skyline. You can go into your Photos app and luckily you'll have the wide angle photo too. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it works with video. I don't know. When I get the phone, I will let you guys know. In fact, I'm going to be running a giveaway for you guys to win a Note 8 in a future video. So stay tuned for that. Also, let me just mention that in regards to optical image stabilization, which is something that is very important, yes, we got it. Not on just one of them, but on both cameras. And of course, Samsung says that they are the first. And at the end of the day, I don't care about being first. I want you guys to be the best. Are you guys the best? Again, when we get the phone, we'll test it out and let you know. The front-facing camera is also improved. It is 8 megapixels compared to the 5 megapixels that we had in the past. That's good. I already talked about storage, but let's also talk about the fact that you can have 2 variants. You can have a single SIM card or you can have a dual SIM version. And with the dual SIM, you can put in either 2 SIM cards, you can put a SIM card, and of course, expandable memory. In regards to the processor, you have 2 versions. Again, in the US, they've got a Qualcomm 835 processor, but in Asia and the Middle East, and I'm not entirely sure if it's Europe as well, we get an 8895 Exynos processor, which I think is juicy. You've got a variety of different colors. You've got gray, black, gold, and blue. And of course, when you take a look at that big screen, you've got that nice curved screen. In regards to the design, I really do think that the design is much better than the S8. I was a super huge fan, and I still am, of the Note 7. I still think that Note 7 is one of the best phones ever, and hopefully I will have the same opinion of the Note 8. I asked you guys to ask me questions, and here are some that you had because I wanted to make sure that I had all my bases covered. First of all, in regards to the pen, has it been improved? Actually, the pen is exactly the same, which is a good thing because it was already a pretty amazing pen. However, they've got new software features, so you can do some pretty cool things like live translation and to like live photos and that sort of thing. So that's cool. Is the phone water resistant? Yes, indeed, it is exactly the same water resistance as the previous version. Does it have USB-C? Of course it does. Does it have fingerprint sensors? Yes, it does. But guess what they did? They did something stupid. Yes, with the S8, everybody complained about the fact that their fingerprint sensor was next to the camera, and so people were like touching the lens by mistake. And sadly, they've done the same thing yet again. Now, the Note 7 is already a pretty big phone, and I've got a small hand, and so if I want to reach there, oh, yes, I've got to do that. But of course, if I'm holding it normally, you know, where you usually have your palm and the phone right over there, yeah, you're not going to reach it unless you've got long fingers or bigger hands, bigger than my hands. And I still think it's a stupid mistake, and what they should have done is either put it here in the center, or they should have just copied Sony and just put it in the button on the side right over here. That's in my opinion, the best location. Sony, you guys are smart. At least smarter than Samsung when it comes to where to put the fingerprint scanner. Samsung, I love you guys, but that's just stupid. Does it work with DeX? Yes, it does. It works with DeX, and that is their desktop or desktop solution, where you just put it onto the special dock and then you can use your phone as a PC. Does it have Bixby? Yes, it does. What version of Bluetooth does it have? It has version 5.0, which is fantastic because it's going to help reduce, you know, battery usage, and you can connect multiple Bluetooth devices at the same time, which is really nice. Does it have fast charge? Yes. Does it have wireless charging? Yes. Now, let's also mention that in certain markets, you're going to get a Gear 360 VR camera, yes, with the phone, and some markets you're going to get a micro SD card, and in some markets you're going to get a micro SD card as well as a wireless charger, which I think is pretty cool. So, of course, you still got that iris scanner if you want to use it. I never liked it because I always had to hold the phone in a specific way. I just was never a fan of it, and I just wish that they just give us traditional fingerprint scanner. All right, guys, so that is just a quick roundup of the specs and my opinions. I really think that the phone is very exciting. As I said, I really love the Note 7, and I can't wait to get the Note 8 in my hands so I can play with it. I think it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be excited about. Now, if you do want the traditional, you know, fingerprint scanner, and you don't mind that it's got 2 gigs less RAM, you could always go for the special edition Note 7 that they re-released, which doesn't have any of the explosive battery problems, so don't worry about that. And I think a lot of people might treat that as an option. Hopefully, Samsung will go ahead and update that version too, so that you can make the most of all of the different software upgrades. But of course, you're still not gonna have the super awesome camera that the Note 8 has. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, because thumbs are free, but they mean a lot to me. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Of course, as I mentioned, I am going to be running a giveaway, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the Note 8? Do you like it? Are you excited? Is there something you want me to specifically check out for you guys? And if you're excited for the competition as well, just don't forget to give me that like, yeah? Lets me know that you guys are interested. All right, take care.